We're going to get started lying down today. So take a few moments to recline on your back. Feel grounded with the earth beneath you. Press the spine down to the ground. Place your hands on your belly. Feel the breath deep within the belly. That breath rises and falls. Welcome in that deep belly breath. Close the eyes. Soften the area around the forehead, the eye sockets. Take a few more rounds of breath at your own pace. Slow down the breath, soothe the nervous system as you come into this moment. It's possible that you're already maybe planning or thinking about the day ahead or thinking about yesterday's experiences. If you notice the mind wandering in this way, once you notice it, come back to the smooth, steady, rhythmic breath. In this moment is all we have. Release yourself from the future, from the past. This is where we can make the greatest impact right now. Bend at your knees, keep the knees together, and gently rock the knees from side to side. Like a windshield wiper, maybe not allowing those knees to go all the way down to the ground, depending on how you're feeling this morning. The arms can stay by your sides, or you can bring them out wide. Rock the head from side to side if that feels good. Bring the knees up to neutral. Hug the right knee into your chest. Give that right knee a big squeeze and then a little pull. So squeeze it in really tight and then release it. Squeeze it in tight and then release it. Maybe that looks like drawing circles with the right knee or pulsing. Option is straighten out that left leg out on the ground. Two more rounds of breath. Straighten out the right leg up towards the sky and hold on behind that right leg. That right knee can stay bent depending on how you're feeling today, or straighten it out as much as you would like. And then start to draw circles with the right toes. Dust off the cobwebs around the ankle and switch directions. Now bend at the right knee and hug it in towards your chest. And we're going to guide that right knee a little over to the left just until we feel a stretch into that right hip or glute. So I'm pulling down on the right knee with the left hand. If you want to take this deeper, maybe straighten out the right leg. That right arm can come out wide, or even press down into the right hip, or press into that right hip for some self massage if you're feeling really tight around that glute area. And then from here, bring the knee back to center. Reach for your right foot with your left hand, right foot with the left hand, and then draw your foot up with the left hand. Continue to hold your right knee in your right hand and your left, or your right foot in your left hand, to just kind of rock that shin from side to side. If you can pull it up a little bit more to explore that hip joint. If you want to hold the foot in both hands, if that feels better. Breathe deeply. Reach for the outer edge of the right foot with the right hand. And then we'll send that right leg out right. You can keep that right knee bent quite a lot, or you can start to play with straightening it out. Press that left hand into the left hip. Keep the spine flat to the earth. Two more breaths. Slowly start to take that bent right knee through center and over to the left for a supine twist. Let that knee come all the way down. You can rotate all the way over if that feels good. Bring your right arm out wide to a T. Gaze over to the right. Breathe into your belly. Come back to this moment. That could be paying attention to the breath or other sensations in the body, or even paying attention to your other bodily senses, sight, sound, touch, smell. Two more breaths. Breathe into your belly. Feel that expansion around the ribs, spine, opening up that right lung. Take your gaze up towards the ceiling and roll all the way onto your back. Bend that right knee, place the right foot on the ground. Place both feet on the ground, knees bent, gentle windshield wiper from side to side. Maybe rock the head from side to side. Once you come up to neutral, bring the left knee into your chest and squeeze it on in. And then we'll start to pulse and squeeze it in. Release it out. Squeeze it in tight. This may look like circles or maybe a different shape. Just pulsing, playing with that joint on the left side, that left hip, the hip flexor. Maybe it's a rock from side to side. Always pay attention to how your body is in this moment. It's never the same as what it was or what it will be. So you must tend to it carefully, mindfully, with forgiveness, with deep gratitude and love. And start to straighten the left leg out towards the sky. You can hold on behind that left leg and draw circles with the left toes as you dust off the cobwebs around to the joint. Keep the spine flat to the ground, long neck. And switch directions. And straighten out that right leg out on the ground if you wish. I feel it a little bit more into the back of the left leg. I feel it in my knee for some reason. Everything is connected. Hug your left knee into your chest, give it a squeeze. Bring your right hand to your left knee and just start to draw that knee over to the right and see what that glute, hip, outer hip is doing this morning. Left hand can go anywhere, maybe even massage out that glute muscle with fingers. All right. Grab onto your knee with your left hand. Reach down with your foot with your right hand. As you draw that foot up to explore more into the hip joint. So it's kind of like a reclined pigeon. You can stay there. You can grab onto both feet or both your one foot with both hands. Doing our best. Doing our best this morning. Maybe a little rock from side to side or pull the foot in a little bit closer if you notice the side is a little bit more flexible or tight. Be mindful. Breathe smooth and steady. Come back to this moment. Reach for the outer edge of the left foot with the left hand, and then start to straighten out your leg out to the left. Find your edge, but don't move past it. Okay, find that point where you feel maybe challenged or a physical edge, a point of resistance in the muscles. Breathe deeply. Keep the spine flat to the earth. 2 more breaths. And begin to draw your bent left knee through center and all the way over to the right. Maybe that knee comes down to the ground. Send your left arm out wide to the left, gaze to the left. You can explore this twist. Maybe there's a different shape that you choose to take, and that's okay. Wherever you are, breathe into your belly. Be here now. Two more breaths. Slowly roll onto your back. Bent knees, feet on the ground. And drop both knees into your chest. And massage out the spine, the low back. Play with the tipping point as you roll to the left, to the right. We're going to start to roll up to a tabletop. You can roll to one side if you're feeling it. Maybe you take a roll forward and backward. Massage out the back, the spine. Cross the shins and roll over the tabletop. And then find a wide knee child's pose. Rest the forehead on the ground or on your stacked hands or forearms. And bring a gentle sway or rock from side to side. If an intention is calling to you, invite it in. Maybe for this practice or maybe for the day ahead. Lift up through tabletop. Begin to walk your hands forward and sink your chest down towards the ground for extended puppy. Forehead down to the ground, the tailbone reaches up high. This could be active through the arms or it could be relaxed through the upper body. I trust in your discernment, in your knowing and what you need right now. Breathe. Two more breaths. Begin to place the weight of your body in your forearms as you shift forward onto your belly into your Sphinx pose. Forearms on the ground, forearms parallel to one another. Bring the legs out a little bit wider so we're not pinching through the low back. Draw the shoulders away from the ears, down and away. Feel rooted down through the tops of the feet and the pelvic bone. As you pull the floor towards you, allow the chest to open just slightly. Okay, without forcing it, know where your body is right now. Breathe into your belly. Bend at the right knee. Plant firmly down into the left forearm. Maybe take that left forearm towards the more center of your mat. Or reach back with the right hand and pull that right foot in towards the right glute muscle. If you can get the palm of the right hand on the top of the foot, you can kind of swivel that hand around to the top and then press that foot down. If you want to lower down onto your kind of armpit or straighten out the left arm, that's fine too. As you press the left foot down, breathe. Press down a little bit more. Elbow reaches up towards the ceiling. Release around the quad. And slowly release. Come back to your Sphinx pose. You can take whatever shape here. You can bring that right forearm down to the ground or lower that right armpit down. The arm can stay straight or bent. Bend at the left knee. Reach for your left foot with your left hand. And then start to draw that foot down towards the glute muscle. Maybe that's enough, or you can swivel that left palm around to press down on the top of the left foot as the elbow points up towards the ceiling. Press down, breathe into your quad. Loosen up around the upper body. We don't need those muscles right now. Press down a little bit more. And release. Come back through your Sphinx pose. Stay here for a couple of rounds of breath, or if you're feeling a little bit more open, maybe explore seal pose. As the hands come wide out to the corners of your mat and straighten the arms out. Lift the chest and head. If it's too much compression in the low back, back off. Lift up a little bit more. And then release. Very slowly. Start to push back into child's pose. Breathe into your kidneys, the low back area. Maybe bring the arms down by the sides, hands by the feet. Place your hands under your shoulders, push up to kneeling. Knees together, sit up tall, long spine, roll the shoulders back and down. Rest the backs of the hands on the thighs with the palms open as a gesture of receiving. Close the eyes for a moment. Feel the energy enter through your palms and your fingertips. Let it flow up your arms. Let it enter into your bloodstream. Receive that energy that this world, this life, we're surrounded by it, life force energy. We can call upon it. Energy isn't inherently good or bad. There's no hierarchy to the types of energy that we draw in towards ourselves. Sometimes we label things as good or bad in our society, but our body and our mind, they don't know what good and bad is, they just feel. Soften around the shoulders. Place the hands down behind you, whatever shape you'd like to take. We're going to start to reach the chest up and forward, up towards the sky, maybe up on the fingertips. Gaze upward. Feel that energy in the heart. Reach outward. Reach out to those people around us that we love. And slowly come back forward into a child's pose. Wave through the spine. Plant the hands under the shoulders, push up, bring one hip to the ground, sweep the legs around in front, and lower all the way down to your back. Hug your knees into your chest, and find happy baby. Nice and slow, return to the breath. Bring the soles of the feet together to touch and the feet to the ground for reclined bound angle. Smooth out the inner thighs. Place your right hand on your belly and your left hand on your heart. Take a big inhale, fill your lungs all the way up to the top of the breath. And hold. Exhale, audible sigh out of the mouth. Squeeze out that stagnant energy, maybe even release out an audible hum. Inhale, fill the lungs all the way up to the top. And hold. Soften the shoulders. Exhale out of the mouth. Squeeze it out. Inhale, fill the lungs all the way up. Hold at the top. Soften the hips. 3, 2, 1. Exhale, let it go. Let the breath go. Very slowly, use your hands to guide your knees back up. Make your way into your final resting pose, Shavasana. So legs straighten out. Arms by the sides, palms up, or hands somewhere along the belly or chest. Close the eyes. Be with your senses in this moment. If you notice that the mind wants to wander, as soon as you notice it trying to go into the future or the past, Guide it back into a bodily sensation, the breath, maybe sound in the room or sensation of touch on the skin, the temperature. Soften that area in between the eyebrows. Take rest. Allow yourself to take rest. And stay here for as long as you need today.